Yo, what's going on, everybody? Chance Gonnam here. Excited to run the psychology call for this week. Hopefully, you guys are ready for this call. I got my Rise and Grind shirt on today. We are ready. This is our early morning call. I know there's a lot of you guys watching the recording, but today we are going to be going over some critical information. I've had some people, throughout the week and also on, in the DMs and stuff, I've seen a few people kind of not saying like straight negative stuff, but I hear people kind of questioning, is this possible? I hear people questioning, like, will they be successful? And I see some people out there that I feel like need to hear something. So that's what I'm about to talk about today. I'm about to give you guys a little pep talk. I'm about to give you a boost. I'm about to give you a pre-game talk. Like I am your coach going into this game we call Forex, all right? So with that being said, I want to give it a couple minutes for all the people on here live to get on and get ready for this call. Make sure you guys have your notebooks. Make sure you guys have your pens. So I'm going to grab a swig of water. Make sure you guys are all ready on this call, and we're going to get started. And I'm going to go in about 30 seconds. So 30 seconds, T minus, and we're going to get this thing started. All right, so blast this out to your chats, guys. If you guys are building in this business, you need to blast this out. Everybody on your team needs to see this, because this talk is going to help people realize why they need to stay around here, why they need to keep trading, and this is going to tell you guys the lifestyle that you can create. Because I think a lot of us, we think small when we start diving into this. I know I did. I'm just talking from personal experience. I'm guilty of thinking too small when it came to my abilities and my income potentials in the Forex markets. That was me when I got started. I did not see the big picture. I did not see the kind of income I see today. I did not see the kind of life I see today. And I want you guys to understand that it's important, because if you can't see it in your mind, you can never go out and live it in real life. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to dive into this training, and where we're going to start is really just going back to realizing what's possible here. So I think the first thing I want to go with is you have to know where you're going to go. You have to know where you're going to go. And I think a lot of us, we think we know where we want to go, or we have an idea of where we want to go, but how serious are you about it? Because I think a lot of times we say things, but we don't implement on them. I'm guilty of it. You'll hear me say on here, I want to be a billion-dollar trader, billion-dollar trader, billion-dollar trader. You ask me, that's what I'm going to say. That's where my mind's at. That's where my wavelengths are. But I'll be honest, guys, I wasn't doing the daily necessities to go make that a reality, and it's about chunking it out. It's about taking it in strides. And I want you guys to understand that when you start chunking out your goals, you start chunking out your vision, you have to realize right now, you can't worry about, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the cars. We're going to talk about the money. We're going to talk about the lifestyle. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff at the end. But you have to understand how to get your mind right for this first part. Now, if you were not on last week's call, make sure you go back and watch the recording, because I talk about the burnout zone and all the negativity that's going to come with it. And I talk about how to stay focused. But what I want you guys to hear today is that you need to not only be focused, but you need to have the right mindset every single time you come to the Forex markets. Because a lot of us, I think we treat this as a chore. We treat this as a chore that we have to do because we know it's going to get us the results we want. And I want you guys to understand that this cannot be a chore. This has to be a luxury. This has to be a luxury. And that's what you need to understand. One thing first, that when I came into this information, the first thing on my mind was like, I'll give this a try. I'll be real, guys. I was a trier at first. Now, if you guys have been on here for a while, you know that nobody is allowed to try Forex anymore. Nobody's allowed to join IML and get into our sessions and just try. I don't really want to teach people who are just here to try, because those who are trying are never going to succeed. And that's something I had to learn. That's something you're going to have to learn too. You're going to have to learn that there is no more trying in this. You have to realize that if your goals and dreams are to be successful, if your goals and dreams are to be millionaires, to be high six-figure traders, to make $800 in a day, who's trying to do that? Who's trying to make $800 in a day? What I want you guys to understand, if you're trying to live that life, you have to realize Forex is your lifestyle. Forex is your lifestyle, and it doesn't look like it looks on Instagram. It doesn't look like it looks when you see people traveling or you see people on the ship. Guys, I'll be real. I trade less when I travel. Do I trade when I travel? Yes. Have I made lots of money while I'm on cruise ships? Did me and Sam trade the week of our wedding while we were in Mexico? Yes, we did. But here's what I need you to understand. I need you to understand the lifestyle of a trader does not look like that. The flex of a trader is not the real life of a trader. The real life of a trader is a consistent individual who is going to show up to the Forex markets every single week and get what they need out of the markets. That's what a full-time Forex trader looks like. A full-time Forex trader isn't somebody who sits down and, is just like chilling on a beach or living their dream life 24/7 while money's rolling in. The cool part about Forex is you can create a lifestyle where that is possible. Guys, you can literally make that life possible. I'm not saying it's not a reality. I'm not saying you can't trade and make money on the beach. I'm not saying you can't trade and make money while you travel, but I'm saying you have to create that. And what you need to understand about creation is creation starts as small as that schedule. I talk on the Forex 101 call how important your schedule is. But when you understand that if you cannot schedule when you're going to trade, when you're going to learn, when you're going to mark up your charts, when you're going to get better, you are not going to succeed as a Forex trader. Guys, everything I do Forex related is scheduled. Guys, I'm in trades right now. I'm in trades right now because I traded New York session. Did I know before I went to bed last night that I was going to trade New York session? Yes, I did. Did I know that before, I didn't trade London last night. I traded New York. I knew that on Sunday. It wasn't like I just was like, oh, yo, I'm tired tonight, I'm not going to trade London. It was like, yo, on Sunday, when I already had my trading schedule planned out, I was like, yo, I'm not trading Thursday night. I'm going to trade Thursday morning. I'll get up before IML TV, do a little trading, check the charts, see what's looking good, take a trade, and then boom, we're right here on IML TV. Guys, my life is predetermined for me. Now, I want you guys to understand that means that I can go out and execute. And it also means that I can fine-tune how I want to live it. And I think that's the most important thing you guys have to understand. You don't have to choose between kids and Forex. You have to choose between making Forex a priority and doing it while you do other things and not doing Forex at all. But the big part is you got to go through that burnout phase. You have to go through everything I talked about last week. So I'm going to talk about once you're seeing the flow. What's the flow? Once you've won a trade consistently, once you've seen your account go up, or you see your account going up and down, maybe you win some trades, lose some trades, win some trades, lose some trades. That's what I'm talking to right now. You're at the tail end of the burnout zone. Maybe you've been in IML 4 months. Maybe you've been in IML 10 months. Maybe you've been in IML a year and a half. That's what I'm talking to right now. If you are in your first 3 months, stay on this call, pay close attention. But if you are in your first stages of Forex, you need to go watch a recording from last week where I talk about the burnout zone. Because here's what you have to understand as a good trader. Guys, you are a good trader. If you have been in IML, this is where you're telling yourself you're bad. This is where you're telling yourself you're inconsistent. This is just my results. Well, what'd you speak before the results showed up? What'd you speak before the results showed up? And whatever you're speaking right now, you are also predetermining your future results. So there's a lot of us who are good traders, And the thing that's separating us from good to great is up here. The thing that's it's not that you don't know how to draw up charts. Guys, let me know in the chat right now if you can draw up a harmonic pitchfork. If you know how to draw your harmonic pitchfork, let me know. Can you do that, or are you still struggling? If you're still struggling, guess what? Go to the favorite videos below and go through that. But what you need to understand, and this is so important, that once you start catching that momentum, here's what's going to happen when you're winning and losing trades. When you're winning and losing trades because you are inconsistent. Guys, Mike Miles told me this, and it is so real. So real, and especially for those traders that I'm talking to, for those traders that I broke out, those traders I'm talking to, your MT4 is a direct resemblance of your life / belief in yourself as a trader. Oh man, we don't want to talk about belief as a trader, but we got to talk about it. Because here's the fact. Here's just a straight fact, guys. If you do not believe in yourself, you are not going to go live the life you want to live. It's not going to happen. You're not going to just like, oh, I don't believe in myself. I'm a loser. I'm a horrible trader. Oh, whoops, I made 6 figures. It doesn't work like that. You don't get to, it doesn't work like that. I'm just going to leave it at that. It doesn't work like that. You have to believe in yourself before you make it a reality. And here's the fact, guys, if you are winning trades, guys, if you can scroll through your history and show me blue trades in your MT4, you are a winning Forex trader. Well, Chance, the red outweighs the blue. Okay, learn how to eliminate the red. Guys, it's not that hard to win in Forex once you get it down. We can all win. The problem is we lose. The problem is we lose. It's the bottom part. It's this red. It's all that red we're seeing, guys. It's all the red. It's not the fact that you don't know how to win. It's the fact that you're losing too much. And this is where the mindset comes in. No, Chance, it's not. Yes, it is. Guys, it is. And I'm telling you from personal experience, it is. Guys, when I got into my last slump as a Forex trader, right? And a lot of you guys might know this if you've been following me for a while, but you know, it was while I was on swipe trades, they were changing the rules, I had to change my strategy, it was hard, and I was like going through the cycle. I got to a point in my head where I was like, yo, Chance, you're subpar, bro. Yo, Chance, you can't. Can you even win, bro? And I was psyching myself out. And I know because I remember the last time I did that was after I blew my account before I became a full-time trader. Guys, I psyched myself out so long because I was like, yo, bro, you blew the last account. Be cautious. Yo, you're going to lose these trades. Make sure you do this. And my focus was on the losses. My focus was on losing. And it was, woe is me. I'm not good enough. I wish I was like them. I wish I was as good as my mentors. I wish. And I was in a mindset and I was in a paradigm where I was looking at my life as I am just not good enough to get the results I want. And guys, I'm going to tell you just straight facts. And this is it. If you guys don't like what I'm saying, sorry. But you have to realize you have to imagine yourself and you have to be that person that already wins. Guys, you have to look at your trades. When you sit down to the charts, there should be no question you're winning 4 out of 4 trades tonight. There should be no question that when you sit down to the charts, you're winning every trade that you take. Because if you don't come in with the mindset of I'm winning every single trade that I take, why are you surprised that you're losing? I know there's a lot of people who say, guys, I'm a decent trader. Or I have people come out to me like, Chance, I'm winning like 50% of my trades. But like, and I can tell when they say that. I'm like, okay, so what do you think you're going to do tonight? Well, I'm probably going to do 50-50. And that's what automatically people say. Because people have predetermined from their past results where their futures are going to go. And that is going to keep us in that loop. And when we are talking, guys, like that to ourselves, how do you think it's going to resemble in your Forex? So here's what you need to do. You need to believe in yourself. Say, yo, the past is the past and you're never going to go back. You're never going to go back, guys. So guess what? You should never be that trader again. If you were 50-50, like if you were like 50% last night for accuracy, if you were 50% last night, you should at least expect to be 51% tonight. But here's the thing in Forex. You can't see 51%. Oh, come on. Listen to me. You can't see 51%. Because guys, guess what happens? You don't know what 100 trades look like. You don't know. Because a lot of you guys aren't even taking the stats to know. You don't know what your accuracy is over 100 trades. You know what it was out of 2 trades. And that you say out of 2 trades, I'm 50-50. Well, now you're predetermining for the next 98 trades that you're going to lose half. Now, I want you to understand this because that is the mindset of me asking you, like, oh, Chance, okay, I'm a 50-50 trader, but like, and I say, what are you going to do tonight? Well, probably 50-50 or hopefully 75. Like, you're already predetermining your losses. So when you're coming to the Forex markets, you're already thinking, well, I'm going to lose a few, so let's just throw some trades. And when you think that, now, are you ever going to be perfect? No. I don't want you guys to be like, well, Chance, so I'm going to be a perfect trader? I'm going to win 100%? No. That's just a reality. That's just a reality. And guys, I'm trying. I'm working my butt off to go 100%. And I'm going to say it can be possible. It is possible. Of course, it's possible for you to go on hot streaks. I've gone 3 weeks without losing. You know, I've done that. But you have to understand, you can never beat yourself up for the losses. And I think that's what people get so what's the friendly word? The friendly word for this would be people get so hurt. People get so hurt, emotionally distraught. People get so held back by the losses. By the losses. Now, what you need to understand is that when it comes to your wins and losses, we always are going to focus on the losses. Guys, I study a lot of people. I study all kinds of successful people. And if you don't know that social media is kind of this thing that's like a good and bad thing, right? There's definitely a bad side to social media. And what I do when I'm studying successful people and I hear them talking about their comments, I hear people talking about their comments and I hear people saying this. I hear people saying like, you know, like highly successful people like Joe Rogan, somebody who really talks about this a lot. He's like, the brain, when I scroll through my comments, there could be 100 good comments, but one bad comment. And what do you focus on? You focus on the bad comment. You're going to always focus on the bad. We have been pre-programmed to focus on negativity. So when you're scrolling through your comments, you're going to see bad things. Everyone's always like, yo, my social media feed always shows me bad things. Well, guess what? Mine doesn't because I have curated it. I have deleted all the bad things. I skip bad things. I block bad things. And I make sure that the life I surround myself by on social media is as positive as I possibly can. But because I know that I am predetermined to focus on the bad, myself, my spirit, my body, my flesh wants to go to that negativity. So when we are looking at our Forex account, there's no reason that our Forex accounts isn't going to be different than our social media. We are going to focus on the bad so that when you take 5 trades and you win 1 and lose 4, you're going to focus on the 4. Well, Chance, I probably should focus on the 4. Why? Why are you focusing on the losers? You should look at the losers and find out why they lost, but you should also look at the winner and see why it won. And that's what I want you guys to see and understand is I want you to know that you guys, if you're focusing on them losses, that's what you are going to see in the future. If you are focusing on the wins, that's what you are going to see in the future. And I think so many of us, we think like, oh, well, I won, so I did everything right. Well, what is everything right? Because clearly you're not doing everything right on those other trades. Clearly, if you are taking a win and you can look at that MT4 and you can show me wins and you can show me losses, guys, doesn't it just make sense? Guess what? Do what you're doing on the wins. That makes sense in theory, right? Guys, I think about this all the time when it comes to like just trying to get my ROI or not my ROI, but my win ratio where it needs to be. Because guys, we all go through, ups and downs in our win ratio. I might go 3 weeks without losing a trade and I might lose 6 trades in 1 week. You guys, why that is, and if that doesn't make sense and if you don't understand why that is, the big reason is because you don't know, guys, maybe I'm going to win. Let's just say out of 100 trades, I'm going to win 90. Let's say I'm going to win 82. I'm going to win 82 trades out of, 82 trades out of 100. That means I'm going to lose 18 trades. Guys, I don't know when those 18 trades are going to come. And those 18 trades might come 6 in a row. They might come 6 trades in a row. but I don't know I'm going to win the next 25. I don't know that I'm going to go for 2 months without. And here's what we think. Ooh, guys, it's funny when I say this stuff because here's what we think. It just pops in my head. Here's what we think. We think that our future is just going to be the losses continued. We're never sitting down and saying, I'm about to go on my next hot streak. When's the last time you sat down to the Forex market and said, I'm not losing for a month? When's the last time you sat down to the markets and said that? When's the last time you sat down to the market and said, I'm not losing for 4 months straight? Guys, I'm going to take my next 50 trades and win 50 straight. What do we say? I hope I don't lose too many tonight. Hope I find a winner. Hope I find a winner. Pray to God that we get what we want to see. No, doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. If you hope and pray, guys, I believe in God 100%. But I also know that if you don't believe in yourself, God, and I'm not going to say for God, but the Forex markets are not going to bless you with what you deserve. The Forex markets will not bless you with what you deserve if you don't even believe in yourself enough to deserve it. And that's where a lot of people struggle. That's where a lot of people fail. And what I want you guys to do is every single time from here on out, every single time for here on out, when you sit down in the markets, you say, I'm going on my next hot streak tonight. Tonight starts the next hot streak. And I don't care if that hot streak lasts 3 trades or 300, but you're going to sit down with the mindset, no more of I want to be 85%, no more of when's my next loss coming. You sit down and you say, I'm starting my next hot streak. I am going to win for the next 8 weeks. And you start with that mindset, and guess what? And here's where people crumble. Here's where people fail. Because we're brought up and raised that failing is bad. We're brought up and raised that if you get an F in school, you should be punished. We're brought up and raised that if you fail in life, you are a loser. Guess what? What the losers don't know, because the losers are the ones judging you, because all the winners are failures. All the winners are failures. You cannot show me one winner that has not failed once. Guys, there are always failures on the way to success, but the thing is, 99%, 97% of the people don't see the failures. They only see the victories. And that's what's so funny. It's so funny that once you win at a massive scale in society, people are like, wow, they're a winner. They're just a winner. I don't know how they got a winner, but they're in the magazines now. They're with all the cool people now. They're on TV now. They're in the movies now. They did all this stuff. They're winners. I wish I could be a winner like them. But that same person who says, I wish I could be a winner like Chance. Guys, I want to be a trader like Chance and Sam. I want to be a great trader. I want to be a full-time trader. I want to live this life. I want to do what they do. That's what a lot of people say. I hear it all the time. Chance, I want to do what you do. I want to live your life. But those people don't believe in themselves like I believe in myself. Guys, I'm crazy. And guess what? On top of that, I have gone through so much failure, and I just overcome it. And guys, you don't even know the list of failures I've had. I can't even tell you all the list of failures I've had, but I want you to understand that you would crumble under 1, or maybe you're crumbling under 3, maybe you're crumbling under 10, and you are like, Chance, I just can't take no more losses. I just can't take no more failure. I just can't take it. Then quit and go with all the other losers that think that winners don't fail. Guys, winners are constantly failing and improving and getting themselves to where they need to be. Guys, like a lot of you guys know I'm talking about it more recently right now because I just started. I'm on day 8 of a reading class. Guys, I might have my stuff figured out as Forex trading, but as a reader, I was reading like a 7-year-old. I was reading 84 words a minute. 84 words a minute. And guess what? Guess what I told myself? Every single time someone talks about reading, I suck at reading. I'm a bad reader. I'm horrible at reading. Oh, I'm such a slow reader. I would make jokes that I'm the world's slowest reader. I'm the world's slowest reader. What did I expect? It's all that was coming out of my mouth. But here's the thing. You're not just going to magically get better. I can't just change my mindset and say, I'm a great reader. I had to get a mentor. I had to pay for a program. And the same thing you're doing here with Forex, I'm doing for reading. I paid for a program. It's a 21-day course of speed reading. And guess what? After day 8, my words per minute went from 84 to 394. I added an extra 310 words a minute in 8 days. But for the past, let's say I stopped learning how to read at 7, I'm 23, so that is 16. For the past 16 years, I've been telling myself I'm a horrible trader, or a horrible reader. I've been telling myself I'm a horrible reader. I'm a slow reader. I'm such an awful reader. But in 8 days, with the right mentorship and the right focus and the right belief, I added 310 words a minute to my reading speed. Guys, you don't think that, like if that doesn't slap you in the face, you can do the same thing with Forex. Guys, my Forex journey didn't take 16 months to blow up. It took me 6 months to make a decision to go all in, to believe in myself, and to realize I'm doing this every single day. That's what you have to realize. I had to realize, I'm trading every single day. Guys, I'm trading every single week. Now, I win from every day because, again, I talk about this in Forex 101. I went from I'm going to trade every single day. So I made sure I traded 5 days a week. Now I make sure I trade a minimum of 5 times a week. A lot of you guys hear how many times you trade, Chance, what days you trade, what times you trade. I trade all different, but this week I'm trading 6 times. I have 6 money-making hours set out in my schedule, plus extra time here and there where I might check the charts. But I have 6 times set out. But I'm only going to trade 3 or 4 days, 3.5 days, because I don't really trade Sunday. I didn't trade Sunday at all this week. I didn't trade Monday New York session. We were doing other stuff Sunday. So you have to understand, I schedule my life around my trading. And that's what I want you guys to understand. Once you take that belief level where it needs to be, once you believe in yourself enough how you got to believe in yourself, now all it is execution. It's execution. And it's believing in yourself every single time, because the worst part about Forex, and this is what I hate about Forex, that first of all, entrepreneurship, it kind of can go like this. It can kind of go like this, but not really anywhere else that I really know in entrepreneurship. One day can kill you. In your job, you could have a bad day and you might get fired, but probably not. You're going to get a couple warnings. You can have, as normal entrepreneurs, you can have failures here and there, but, the business can still keep going. Maybe you're building this business and 2 people quit. Well, you still got 10 other people. You can keep building. You can get P600 back. You can keep climbing back. You can get it back. But in Forex, the worst part about Forex is that we can erase. Guys, think about this. So this happened on my journey. If you guys don't know, I took a $20 account to $30 or $40, and I blew it in one night. Now, a lot of people hear this story, and you guys have heard this story, but think about it like this. I spent 2 to 3 weeks flipping an account, doing work, and I erased it in one night. Okay, then this hurts to say. Oh my goodness. Okay, so listen to me here. I took a $20 account to about $300. Okay, so I took 20 to 300 and I lost it in 2 nights. But here's the reality. It took me 3 months of work and I erased it in 2 nights of anger. 2 nights of frustration, I erased 3 months of work. Okay, back at it, Chance. Back at it. Let's get your mind right. And don't realize, every time you blow an account, you go into that slump. You didn't blow an account because you followed your rules. You blew your account because you lost your head. So you're normally going to have to go into a little rut after that. If someone can remind me in here in a little bit in the chat, just say explain how to get out of a rut after blowing an account. I'll get into that after I break this down. But with that being said, guys, so my next account, I take a $20 account to $1,000. $1,000. And that took me 4 months of grinding, 4 months of ups and downs, 4 months of consistency, hard work, belief, doing the right thing. And then I lose my head. but it works. Oh man, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. I lost my head, but it worked. And some of you guys know what happened, but for the rest of you, I took $1,000 account and I took to $1,000. I made $1,000, had my first $1,000 day. I flipped my account in a day. Now, if any of you guys know, to do that, I broke all my risk management rules. I broke all my trader psychology rules completely. And I just let it fly on pure blind belief and anger. Because somebody in my life said Forex didn't work. Because actually, I'll be real, guys, it was my family. My dad would come home every day and be like, yo, you make any money yet? You make any money yet? You make any money yet? And I was taking that $20 to $1,000, and I was being consistent, and I was showing up, and I was going in, and I was showing up, but I was making $20, $30, $20, $10, $15, $20, $30, $50, like consistent growth. But I had this in the back of my head, and I had it in a reality, and it's real. I had somebody in my life who was extremely negative bring that negativity on me and my success and my journey and my goals. And he didn't even think he was doing it. He thought it was funny or this or that. But when you're being a trader and you have this psychology battle every single day, and that you had to listen to this every single day, and you finally just, I had enough. I had enough. And I snapped, but it worked. And I had $1,000 day. So guess what I did the next day? Did I go back to my risk management rules? Because I hear this all the time. Chance, I'm only going to break my rules for a little bit, get my account big, and then I'm going to follow my rules. I'm going to break my rules, get my account big, then follow my rules. Again, it never happens. It never happens. Let me just tell you, don't. You're not going to do it. You are going to fail before you succeed. Unless you are just the most mentally disciplined person I've ever seen. And maybe you can. And if you can, prove me wrong. But I would suggest not. I would just stay with risk management, because here's what happened to me. The next day, I did the same exact thing. Because it worked. Because I made $1,000. Because, I gotta get it. So I did it again, and I made another $1,000. So now I went from 1,000 to 3,000 in 2 days. And I'm like, I am the greatest. I am the best. You can't stop me. I was feeling myself, guys. But let's realize that what's happening here. I'm losing myself in my emotions. And if you guys can understand what that's like, maybe you've lost yourself in your emotions. But I was losing myself in my emotions. And as soon as you lose yourself in your emotions as a Forex trader, you are putting yourself in danger. You are putting yourself in position to let the markets humble you. That's what we call it, the polite version. You can call it whatever you want, but we call it humble you. Because here's the reality of what happened. I put in, 3-4 months of work. Guys, it's been a while, but let's just say 4 months of work, right? And then I made more money, 4 months of work, to make $1,000. And then in 2 days, I made $2,000. So which one are you thinking my brain, my subconscious brain, my unprofessional brain, my emotional brain is going to side with when it has to make the decision of what rules are we going to follow? Are we going to follow the rules that made us $1,000 in 4 months? Or are we going to follow the rules that made us $1,000 or $2,000 in 2 days? Which one do you think I followed? Not the one my mentor gave me, not the one all my successful leaders gave me, not the one I said I was going to go back to after I got the success. No, follow those rules. Man, do they feel good until they go against you. And I erased, and understand, like at the time, this was probably double or triple, maybe quadruple what me and Sam had in our bank account. And I blew it all in a day, all in 2 trades. I blew $3,000. I lost 4 months of work in a day. And that's the hard part about Forex. And that's the part about Forex that's different from other things. And I think this is a good transition into this. And thank you so much, Sarah, for putting it in the chat. But I'm going to transition to how to get over a slump, because if you don't think blowing an account is going to put you in a slump, I mean, y'all pretty much think it because you might be in one right now. Let's be real. You blow that account, and here's where your emotions go, especially if you were like me and you let your emotions take over. Because now, if you think of yourself as I guess if this is your emotions, and this is like, what's they call a pendulum that swings back and forth, right? You're going to go from here's right in the middle. Guys, as a Forex trader, we need to be right in the middle. We need to be right in the middle. You don't want to get too excited, and you don't want to get too mad because either way, it's going to cost you. But when you go from being way too excited so far that it made you over leverage to blowing your account, you break this and you go all the way over here. Think about that. You're going from this side, and instead of being like, oh, I was a little excited for a win, to like I took a loss, to I took a win, to I took 3 wins, to I took a loss, to I took 6 wins, I took 12 wins in a row. Guys, here's me on the excitement level when I won for 3 weeks in a row without losing a trade. Tink. Little bit to the happy side. Little bit to the happy side. Because I know if I get too far to the happy side, that swing back's going to knock over that middle ground. And when you get switched all the way over to the left, that anger, frustration, mad, guess what? Now you're the 97%. Now you're just like majority of people in the world. Turn on the news. You'll feel like you fit in because that's all you're going to hear. Go scroll through the crazy wild pages on social media. And then maybe this is why your social media is crazy. Because bing, you're back to normal. You're back to angry. You're back to doubting yourself. You're back to doubting that this is possible. You're back to losing faith. You're back to listening to other people. You're back. Hey, I'm going to quit. I'm going to give up on my goals and dreams. I'm going to go back to my normal life. I see it all the time. Now, let me just tell you the difference between the winners and the losers, all right? Because that massive swing is going to happen, right? Maybe, again, like I said, maybe you're over here. Maybe you're on that swing. Let's talk about how to work it back and how to stay in the middle. Because the way to stay in the middle is to never get too excited about your wins. Guys, this is something that is so real. It's not that you don't want to be excited, and it's not that you don't want to feel the emotions of happiness and you don't want to be hyped, but you don't want to let it get too far. Because you got to remember, you're doing this the rest of your life. Why are you happy about a hot streak? Guys, who cared about that 3-week in a row streak that I went on? Because I didn't win all my trades this week. Facts. I didn't win all my trades this week, so who cares about those last 3 weeks? I need to be focused on my future 3 weeks that I'm going to have, my next 3 weeks. But you have to understand that if you allow yourself to get too high on the highs subconsciously and without your control, you are going to get too low on the lows. And too low on the lows is when you quit. Too lows on the lows is when you give up on yourself. Too low on the lows is when that self-talk is going to be so negative, it's poison. So how do we get it out? How do we get the poison out of my head? It's like, Chance, bro, you're talking to me. I saw somebody say, slapping me in the face with this. Okay, like you got to understand that if you're being slapped in the face with this, you probably have that poison in your life right now. You probably have that poison in your Forex psychology right now. So let's detox right now. Here's a quick way to detox. This is from good old Bob Proctor. If you guys don't know Bob Proctor, he's a big psychology, he's all about Go listen to him. He did not write the book Think and Grow Rich, but his entire life is based off, and his whole teaching is based off this Think and Grow Rich principles. And definitely go look into him. He'll help switch your paradigm. So also with Bob Proctor, he'll be in Dallas. So if you guys are going to be in Dallas for the Dallas convention, this guy is not with IML, but he's 84 years old. He's been studying the mind and affirmations and all this powerful stuff. He's been studying it for over 50 years. So he's somebody you need to study. But he talked about this little thing that you guys can do. Look at this. Look at what I did here. Write down 100 times what you want. A day. A day. A day. Write it down. If you don't think you got it, if you don't think you got it, if you don't believe in yourself, guys, there's more. There's more. Oh my goodness. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in what you're supposed to do, if you don't believe it, write it down until you do. Guys, it's my bookmark. My bookmark is a piece of paper with it. I am so happy and grateful. Guys, that's what you need to write. My exact thing, and this is, if you want to know my exact thing that I'm writing right now, it's, I am so happy and grateful now, God, that I am tithing $1,000 a week from Forex alone, from trading. I am tithing $1,000 a week. So that means I'm giving away $1,000 a week from trading. Now, you guys have to understand, that's what we do a month now. So you have to realize, my goal is to, take my month to my day or to my week. But you have to understand that with that mindset, here's what you guys got to get. Here's what you have to get. Now, there's some things that I'm not going to go in too much on the whole giving thing, but there's a big thing about having your goals be set on giving and not just how much can I get for myself? How much can I gather for myself? How much can I gather for myself? Because gathering for yourself comes with a scarcity mindset. And if you think about it from that perspective of how I'm giving away $1,000 a week, guys, giving away $1,000 a week, that thought's whoa, how much money are you making where you're just handing away $1,000 a week? Yo, I don't care. So you guys got to think about that. Now, I want you guys to realize I'm not going to go into the rest of the talk on this, but when it comes into how to get out of that slump, you need to start doing that. Write down your goals about what you're trying to do, but don't write them down too big that you can't even fathom, because I did not write down that I'm $1 billion Forex trader. Because guess what? There's steps. There's steps. And I think what a lot of us do is we need to envision that big picture. Guys, do I see myself driving my McLaren? Yes. But do I realistically know that personally, even if right now, today, let's say that I made $3 million today in the Forex markets, I would not go buy that McLaren. I would not, because I have a future for myself where I see I need to save my money. The crash is coming. Buy in the crash, invest later, buy the McLaren later. Right? That's predetermined in my mind. That's what I'm going to do. But I need you to understand, I still feel I'm going to be that $1 billion trader. I'm going to have that. I'm going to have the nice things. I envision it. I picture it. I think about that lifestyle all the time. But when I'm writing down these goals, you need to focus on the next goal you're going to achieve. So maybe your first thing is I'm going to have a $500 withdrawal. Maybe your first thing is I'm going to have my first $30 day. Maybe your first thing is I'm going to hit my 5% goal for 3 weeks in a row. Maybe whatever your new goal is. But if you're in a slump and if you're thinking negative, write this down 100 times and I bet the loser paradigm inside. So this is something that, Bob Proctor talks about. He talks a lot about paradigms. And he says that we have an old paradigm and then you got to switch it to the new paradigm you want. Now, when you're thinking about your paradigm, as you're writing this, your old paradigm, guys, you wouldn't be here if you're not trying to switch your paradigm. Learn a new skill, make more money, live a different lifestyle. So your old paradigm, that loser paradigm that's got you in a situation that you don't like, is going to be yo, I'm wasting my time. Guys, I'm a full-time Forex, I do this, I live this life. A lot of people want my life. But when I sat down and started this, like I've only been doing this, like writing it down 100 times for a little bit, and it's helping, like, really like boom, boom, like, and I know that it's helping a lot of people that have been going through these hard times, and I wish I had it then, but I have different things and different tips, but this is definitely the best one. And you're gonna have that negative self-talk of your old paradigm saying, I'm wasting my time, this isn't really real. But as you're doing it, don't look at it, guys. A lot of people look at this and they're like, yo, Chance, that looks like punishment. That looks like punishment. I have to write all these words. I have to write these sentences. I have to do all this. That is punishment. Why are you punishing yourself? Because it's not punishment. It's only punishment if you believe that it doesn't work. And it's only punishment if you hate that time. Guys, that is my dreaming time. When I sit down and do that, I allow myself to dream. And I think of myself that life is really mine. And, I'm sitting here, guys, like, if you don't know, because I didn't go through my story, you guys can go through the story. Like, I'm doing okay. Life is good right now. Like, I'm living out here in the 41st floor. Guys, check this out. 41st floor, luxury apartment out here in Miami, got the views that I would have dreamed of. Dreamed of these views. I did dream of these views. I put these views on a vision board. It's crazy. It's crazy. But they're still bigger and better. So when I sit down to write this out 100 times, I'm not just sitting there like, oh my goodness, I hate this. Why am I wasting my time? This is so stupid. Why am I doing this? Subconsciously, I might have those thoughts pop up, but I use that as a dreaming session. I use that as time to be like, oh man, what is it going to be like? So like, let's say I'm talking from your guys' perspective. So I'm writing down my goals. Like, I want to make let's say your first goal is a month, 20 trading days at 5%. Because if you can do that, you're on your way to full-time trading income. That's right where you need to be. And if you're doing that consistently, you're crushing it. So let's say that you understand that if you can do that, that's going to get you to a full-time trader. That's going to give you the life of your dreams. So as you're writing down, I am so happy and grateful now that I have made, and do the math. What is 5 times 20? 100%. 100% in a month, 25% a week. However you want to break it down. Write it in a week. Write it in a month. Whichever clicks in your brain. If you want to write 25% a week, if you want to write 100%, guys, for me, it's a week. Guys, I don't like monthly money. I'll be real. I didn't become a Forex trader to get paid once a month. And that's just facts. So what I talk about my goals is in at least weeks. I don't suggest days, because too much in days we get so messed up of like, oh my goodness, I didn't do this. So, you're going to write down, like, so when you write down your goals, I am so happy and grateful now that I made 25%, or I make 25% a week trading. And you write that down 100 times a day. So as you're writing it down, I am so happy and grateful. I am so happy and grateful. Allow your brain to dream and think about that life. Think about the money. Think about the lifestyle. What's it going to be like when I don't have to go to work? What's it going to be like when I can spend time with my kids every time I want? What's it going to be like when I can give my kids a dream life? What's it going to be like when I can tell all those people, see, I was right, check this money out, check my lifestyle out? What's it going to be like when I can travel when I want? What's it going to be like when I hit that first $1,000 withdrawal? Ooh, that's going to feel so good. And then instead of being punishment, now this is your time for enjoyment. And I think a lot of us, I talk about this a lot, and finally this is an exercise that you can do that can actually give you an environment where you control everything. So, guys, how much room do you need? You can lock yourself in the bathroom and do this. You can lock yourself in the closet and do this. You can have a little corner. You can sit on your couch, and you just need a notebook paper, and you just need a pen, and you need your brain and your imagination, and you can go from this crappy, horrible surrounding with negative people, with a horrible job, with annoying colleagues, with a family that doesn't support you, and all this stuff in your life can be going on, and you can just be sitting there dreaming and writing and dreaming and writing and dreaming and writing, and just keep going and going and going. And here's what I want you to realize. Guys, I did the math, guys. Once I'm making over $15 a line. I'm making $20 a line. Think of it like that too. Because once you achieve these goals that you're writing down, because this works. Guys, lots of successful people have done this and seen success. Now, I'm going to tell you about a couple others that I use, but I definitely suggest everyone be using that one. But now, on top of that, here's what you want to realize. Another thing, affirmation. So here's what I did. Guys, I locked myself in my room, stared at a mirror, and just told myself I was the best thing in the world. I straight lied. I was like, I'm the best forex trader in the world. And like subconsciously, like I'm still crying from like the blown account. I'm like, oh my goodness, oh, I'm the best forex trader in the world. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a winner. I'm living my dream life. And I'm like, I don't believe it. I never believed it. But I kept saying it. And saying it. And then after a week, I'm like in that mirror, like, I am the world's greatest forex trader. I win. Guys, one of my affirmations used to be like, I have not lost a trade for 3 weeks in a row. That's why like it's crazy when I say that 3 weeks, because I know that was an affirmation. So I used to be like, I haven't lost a trade in 3 weeks. I haven't, and the thing that I always would suggest too on that, like affirmations, you had to say, I have, or it's like, it's already done. It's already done. It's already happened. Don't say like, I will, or I hope. Don't say in your affirmations, I hope. Hope is a horrible word. Hope is a cuss word. Guys, I say cuss words. I'm not perfect. On IMLTV, I do my best to not cuss at all. But I say cuss words. I'll be real. I cuss. But I do not say hope. I do not say hope. That's worse than a cuss word. That's worse than a cuss word. Because hope means like, it's not going to happen. That's the reality of hope. Oh, I hope I'm going to go win some trades. I hope I'm going to be a forex trader. Oh, I hope I make $1,000 a week. What? Like even when I say it, it gives me chills. Because hope is not real. Hope is like, because, and it's not like hope is a bad word. And if you really realize like hope and like the real meaning of the word, yes, it can be good, but in society, in normal average human being talk, we talk about hope as if it's not realistic. We talk about hope as if it's not realistic. So what you need to understand is when you're talking about a goal, when you're talking about the life you want, you say, I will, or I am. I am making, I will, I have. Those are the words you need to be using. And that's really the only, guys, because when you realize that a slump is just a switch in your paradigm, a slump is just a switch in your mindset to go back to negativity. All you got to do is slap it with positivity. Just slap it, have it make sense. Because when you blow an account, when you swing that pair, you just got to slap it down, slap it down, slap it down, slap it down, slap it down. And then when you realize that optimum belief is not to, belief's not over here. Guys, I hope, oh man, if you're a little kid, please tune out right now. If you're with your kid right now, please put them out of the room, pause this and remove all little kids. If you still believe in Santa, please leave the room. Please leave the room. Please leave the room. All right? All right. So now we can have an adult conversation here real quick. Quick adult conversation. If you don't believe in Santa Claus, all right? This will make sense. If you do believe, don't hate me. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. But let's think about Santa Claus, right? Think about a little kid who had full out belief. Like, oh my goodness, I believe in Santa Claus. I wrote this note to Santa, and Santa is the realest thing. And this Santa Claus, and I believe that Santa is going to bring to me this gift that I want. My private jet. My parents are going to get me this private jet. I'm going to write my note to Santa. I'm going to send it in the mail, and Santa's going to bring me this private jet. Guys, that is full, like, all the way over here. Little kid, like, fairy tale. And, like, boom, Santa's not going to bring you a private jet because Santa's not real. Okay, cool. Now, all good. And if Santa does bring you a private jet, dang, I need to find that Santa. I need a different Santa. Santa never brought me a private jet. But here's the reality of it. Now, let's think about it as an adult. As an adult, Christmas comes around. Christmas comes around, we expect a gift. Especially if you have a significant other, you expect them to get you a gift. And when you expect a gift, you're going to get the gift, you're going to be excited, you're going to be fulfilled, you're going to be like, yes, I got the gift. And if it's something you wanted, you probably told them a realistic thing you wanted, and then they got it for you. Now, that is more how this is going to work. And guess what? That kid, like the adult, probably isn't like, is like crazy excited, hyper about it. And guys, I can tell winners, and I don't want to be like 100%, but most of the time I can tell who's going to win and succeed. Sometimes because the hype, the excitement, the level is fake. It's too much. And that's what you have to realize, that there is belief, and then there's just full out like, and then you're going to swing back. Because if you go, like I'm full out, all out belief, and one negative thing happens, and you, boom, you swing back over here. And then you're going to bring yourself back to belief. You're going to watch motivational videos. You're going to watch Chance and Sam's IML TV. You're going to watch Eric Thomas. You're going to watch personal development. You're going to do your affirmations. And then you're going to scream it from the rooftop because you're the happiest, most confident person in the world. Then you take a loss and boom, you're way back over here. Guys, there's something to be said about quiet confidence. There's something to be said about people who held themselves to higher standards. And every single successful person I put myself around that does. Now, guys, here's the thing. Like, if you listen to Bob Proctor, if you know about Think and Grow Rich, if you know about The Secret, you know that I believe in speaking things into existence. You know I believe it's like a magical Santa Claus who's going to drop some presents off for me, and I know that amazing things are coming into my life. Because there's some of you guys who think like, oh, Chance, well, if there's no Santa Claus, like, isn't writing down my goals, like that affirmation thing, isn't writing that out just like writing a Christmas? No, because it's that silent belief. It's that inside belief. Most people are shouting their belief from the rooftops, looking for other people to believe in them. Looking for other people to pick them up. Looking for that kind of pick me up. And I'm going to be real, guys. The people who win are the people who just believe it truly will happen. Believe truly in themselves. And we don't have to scream it from the rooftop. Guys, when I sat down with somebody who was worth over $700 million. And this dude's chilling. He's a normal average guy. You wouldn't know about it. This guy talked to me about self-belief. He talked about affirmations. He talked about all this crazy stuff that like the 97% would be like, oh, that's poo-poo. But when you talk to him, he doesn't sound like this crazy guy. He talks like, yo, this is real. This is how it works. If you go study Bob Proctor is an 84-year-old guy who's just talking it real. Because it's really how it works. You don't have to be on this crazy little like push to yourself to like, you don't have to prove to the world that you believe in yourself. Let me take a sip and I'll end this call, but think about that. You don't have to prove to the world that you believe in yourself. Prove to yourself that you believe in yourself. Tell yourself you believe in yourself. This is an inside battle. And what you have to realize is your subconscious brain is your number one enemy. Your subconscious brain, you guys, 99% of the conversations you have is with yourself. Far majority, I don't know if it's 99, far majority of conversations we have is with ourselves. Like, oh, Chance, but So with that, when you have those conversations with yourself, a lot of times, here's what happens. When you have this conversation with yourself, you're going to be told by the masses. You're going to be told by if you ever had a conversation with yourself about a conversation that somebody else and you had but never happened, like, oh, I'm going to, let's just say, for example, you have a person in your life who says Forex doesn't work. And then you're going to go back and forth with that person. And you're going to be like, in your head, you're going to be like, oh, well, they said this. And then you're going to be like, well, they think this way. And then they think this. And you're going to have a whole conversation with yourself that never even happened. Most of us do that. Now, what you have to understand is those conversations are what's going to kill you. After you blow your account, it's going to be the conversation with yourself, because guess what? Nobody needs to know you blew your account. Who cares? Guys, do you think that I announced to the world that I blew my account? When I blew that 3,000 in a day, nobody knew about that until we became educators. Nobody, like, you think about our story as educators, you think about all our ups and downs, you have to realize when me and Sam made a decision to be a Forex educator, we decided to just drop it and just let it all go. We just dropped it and let it all go. And we would tell you guys everything. We wouldn't keep anything a secret. We'd be real. We'd be like, yo, here's how the journey went. Here's how you can get through it. Here's the mental battles that are real. We're not going to hype it up. We're going to tell you the real. Well, let me tell you the real. Nobody has to know you blew an account. Nobody has to know you lost money. Nobody has to know. So really, Forex is 100%. Because those people that ask, you can lie. Guys, I did. Yo, when my dad asked me if I was making money, like the only reason I lost, after I lost my head and like blew my account, he kept asking, do you think I told him I blew 3,000 in a day? I told him I made $100 that day. He's not going to see my account. You don't know my life. Boom, I lied. Lied right to his face. Continue to lie. When I was making $5 a day, I said, I'm making $100. Get off my back. Because it's not there. Now, don't lie to sell people. Don't say like, oh, chance that I can go lie to bring in people to IML. No. Never do that. You shouldn't be talking to people about IML, about income anyways. So don't get me on that. Don't be like, chance that I could lie to my prospects. No. 100% no. But you don't have to tell them anything. Like I wish I just said, I'm not telling you. Why not? I'm not telling you. Like that's what I should have said. Just don't tell them. This is all an inside game. It has nothing to do with everybody else around you. It has everything to do with you. So make sure that you do the inside job. Take care of yourself. Make sure your mind is at the right place and have belief in yourself. You don't need nobody else's approval. You don't need nobody else's anything. Just give it your all every single day. Just keep getting better. Believe in yourself. Write your affirmations and get to where you need to go. Just do it. Guess what? Nobody has to know about this journey. They'll figure it out once the lifestyle changes. They'll figure it out. Guys, the realest thing is prove them wrong and prove yourself right with your success. Nobody asks me how much money I make anymore. Nobody. Well, some people do, but I don't tell them. But you have to realize, at the end of the day, nobody's throwing hate because we're living the life of our dreams. And even if they did, I don't hear it because I wake up and I have fun every single day I'm alive. And if you're throwing hate at me, you probably hate your life. Just real. All right, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this call. Share it. Let everybody know they got to check this out because I think this can help a lot of people take their trading and their lives to the next level. Appreciate each and every single one of you. And I'll see you all at the top because the bottom is